24 teams, 6 groups, 52 matches, 9 stadiums, and 1 golden trophy. Africa unites to fight for the most coveted trophy on the continent, and we are buzzing and raring to go. This is the official build-up of the 35th edition of AFCON, Morocco 2025. My name is Ziegler. I'll be taking you through this one. Don't you ever go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. Let's go.
Tournament kicks off on the 21st of December and ends on the 18th of January 2026. First off, let's take a look at the groups and the wonderful cities and stadiums in Morocco. We love them. So, our pundits had the opportunity to preview the groups and answer some quick fire questions. Let's listen to their responses.
Hello guys, and welcome to our Group A and Group B preview. AFCON 2025. And let's look at the teams to qualify, key games, and players to watch. Group A has Mali, Morocco, Zambia, and Comoros. So who qualifies from Group A? I think Morocco qualifies top. They are hosting, they are confident, and they have too much depth in tactical quality for this group. They should finish top unless something dramatic happens. I tip Mali to be second in this group. A fiscally strong, hungry side with a powerful midfield. If they start well, they will take a comfortable second place. Yeah. Zambia, they will fight, they will press, they will run, but consistency is the question. They could sneak into the group knockouts as one of the best third place teams. For Comoros, I think Comoros have been hard done by the group. They will have heart, they will compete, but overcoming Morocco and Mali is a huge ask. For games to look out for in this group, I'd say Mali versus Morocco, the heavyweight clash of the group. The game would decide who tops the group. Expect intensity, pace, and tactical discipline. Again, another game to look out for is Zambia and Mali. I think this is a bottle test match. If Zambia pull an upset, the entire group dynamics will change. Players to watch out for in Group A: Brahim Diaz, Morocco. Creative spark, rebels goals, the Moroccan magician who could light up the tournament. For Mali, Mo Camara, midfield destroyer, tempo controller. If he dominates games, Mali go far. For Zambia, Patson Daka, if he starts. Fast, explosive, deadly in transition. Exactly a type who punish big teams. For Comoros, Al-Fadou carries the hope of the island nation. Dangerous on set pieces and counters. So that's that for Group A. For Group B, we have Egypt, South Africa, Angola, Zimbabwe. This is quite an even group. I think for this group, I'm tipping Egypt. They are the giants of the group. With Mo Salah leading the line, they should finish top. Even if not always convincing. South Africa a close second. I mean, I think either could finish first or second. South Africa is a disciplined team, like they're well structured, strong defensive organization, and a top goalkeeper in Williams. They will be tough to break down. Angola, a dangerous wild card for third place. Depending on how the other groups go, Angola could finish third. Zimbabwe, again, they should look good, but I don't think they will make games uncomfortable. But I believe they lack the firepower to overcome the top two. The games to look out for, obviously the blockbuster, Salah versus Rowan Williams, powerhouse versus tactical discipline. This match could decide who would gain top spot and set the tone for Egypt's whole tournament. Angola, South Africa, this could be the game that determines who finishes second. Fast versus structured, chaos versus organization. That's it for players to watch for Group B. The superstar, the Egyptian king. Every defender in the group who will lose sleep preparing for him. If he fires, Egypt will dominate. For Rowan Williams, South Africa, he can win games on his own, especially in penalty situations. Expect highlight reel saves. For Angola, Gelson Dalla, explosive, tricky, dangerous in the final third. If he finds form, Angola will cause major problems. For Zimbabwe, Tino Kadere, strong, direct forward, capable of capable of surprising the bigger teams. Yeah. So that's that for Group A and B. So Morocco through as group winners for Group A. Mali a close second. Zambia possibly the third best among the third best qualifying teams. For Group B, Egypt through, South Africa through, Angola possibly the third best placed team. Sorry for Zimbabwe, I don't think they make it out of the group. That's a wrap. Catch you next time on the Pitch Whispers podcast.
So, I mean, groupings are then we can see what it looks like. I think let's delve in and focus on, say, just the Group C and D, and see what Group C has Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. Yes, so the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the Qatar Eagles of Tunisia, the Cranes of Uganda, and also the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. So fair representation. I see Nigeria and Tunisia at least making it out of the group stage. Football, there are so many surprises, but I think we'll be shocked if Tunisia and Nigeria did not make it out of the group. Nigeria being a two-time winner, they were runners-up in the 2023 AFCON. I think that's how close it came to winning it. Also, they should be motivated by the fact that they are not going to be in the World Cup, so they need like a strong showing for this one. Lovely setup of players, wonderful attacking players Nigeria has. It's funny how they struggled in the qualifiers for the World Cup. I mean, I'd expect them to win it, even with the group they had. After all the controversies and point deductions and all the rules and all. But yeah, it didn't happen. They are just going to focus on the AFCON because that's all that's going to be happening in this trip. So Nigeria, Tunisia should do fine. Tunisia, I believe, are unbeaten in the World Cup qualifiers, and I think they want to secure about 10 clean sheets. Yeah, which is huge. I mean, don't we see that we win championships with defense? So if they're coming into with that kind of confidence, especially in the back line, I think they should be able to go as far as possible, if you ask me. So would be looking out for Nigeria and Tunisia in this group especially. Yeah. Now in the Group D, where we have Senegal, DR Congo, Botswana, and Benin. I mean, on paper, I'd expect for Senegal and DR Congo to make it out of those groups. Senegal also was unbeaten in the World Cup qualifiers. Big statement. I mean, they're a team to be feared, if you ask me. So they should be fine. DR Congo, I mean, they beat Nigeria in the playoffs. And it will be interesting to have these people meet again in the AFCON. Let's see whether it will be revenge or it will be as usual. I mean, so interesting group we have, and those two, like I said, those two should go as far as possible. But I'm expecting a good show. I mean, blockbuster from day one all through.
Hello guys, so I'll be doing the preview for Group E and then Group F. We have two-time champion Algeria, and they are very, very determined to restore their reputation in African football. They are unbeaten in the qualifiers, and I think they are one of the strong favorites to top this group. But hey, this is African football, and it has grown so much that anything can happen. Also, we have Burkina Faso, who have proved to be very competitive on the African scene over the years, and I expect them to qualify from this group together with Algeria. With players like Tatsuba of Leverkusen and Dango Ouattara, who plies his trade in the Premier League, I expect them to sail through. Equatorial Guinea, they've proved they can certainly punch above their weight. They've reached, I think they've reached at least the round of 16 in every AFCON they've contested in, and they reached the semi-finals in 2015. So that's some extremely good stats there. They are coming into this tournament with high hopes, and there's no way we can write them off. That would be a very, very big mistake. And there's also Sudan. Sudan missed out on the tournament in 2023, but they are back this time around, led by our very own Kwesi Appiah. They are the underdogs in this group, but I wouldn't be surprised if they can cause an upset or two. They did well in the qualifiers, beating Ghana, so they know what it takes to cause an upset or two. If you are wondering why the Black Stars couldn't make it, it's because of this Sudanese team. Overall, for Group E, I'm tipping Algeria and Burkina Faso to sail through this group, and it won't be easy though. And maybe Equatorial Guinea can join them as one of the best placed teams in this group. So that's it for Group E. Group F. Wow, this is a very difficult one. I'm even wondering why the production team gave me Group F. They should have given this one to Andy or someone else. Anyway, Group F. We have Ivory Coast. They are the defending champions. They did a host and win in the last edition. We all loved the vibe in Ivory Coast. I was watching back home, and every time I watched the game, I felt the vibe. I was just wondering if I could find my way there. I was just waiting and hoping that Ghana would advance to the next stage so that I can find my way in Ivory Coast. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. So with the last edition that Ivory Coast won, they had a very slow start to the tournament, but they're a formidable force in when it comes to African football, and if everything clicks for them, they can sail through this group. Then there's Cameroon. A lot is happening in their camp. With some few days to the AFCON, there's a bit of some conflict between the president of the Football Federation, that's Samuel Eto'o, and their former coach, who doesn't want to step down because he believes his contract is valid, and he just doesn't want to step down. And this is causing a lot of tension in their build-up to this tournament. This is certainly not a good sign going into the tournament, but they've got a lot of good players, the likes of Mbemo and Anguissa. What a player. If they can sort things out, they might have a decent tournament. And then there's Gabon. They are coming in with a lot of confidence, led by their iconic striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. After a rather promising elimination campaign during the World Cup qualifiers, despite not making it through, they are expected to go head-to-head with the big boys in this group, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the next round of the tournament. Then there's the Mambas of Mozambique. Following a good campaign in the tournament qualifiers, they will feel they can achieve a feat of, qualifying to the round of 16 stage. They have very tough opponents, and it's going to be nearly impossible to sail through. But hey, I hope the Mambas still have enough venom to inject some losses into their opponents. But I don't see them making it through this group. They can surprise me maybe with a third place spot. Yeah. So overall in Group F, I think Ivory Coast and Gabon will sail through.
For potential winners, I see Morocco going far to possibly win it. Senegal and Egypt should keep a very good show, and they should go as far as possible. Nigeria, if we could have a Morocco-Nigeria final, that could happen. Nigeria out of the World Cup, and then they need to make a statement, because looking at the players they have, they should have been in that World Cup, if you ask me. But that didn't happen, so I see them putting their all into this one and trying to go as far as possible and win it. It should be. Imagine if Ghana was there when the final. We could have had a jollof final, but that is what I expect from the showing.
I'm tipping Morocco for AFCON 2025. Why? They are hosting. In Africa, the fan base is crazy, especially for the home team. And home advantage is like the 12-man on steroids. They are stacked with quality, especially in attack and midfield. And after their brilliant World Cup campaign, they are hungry for a major African title to match their global rise. Pressure? Yes, but champions are built on pressure. So yeah, Atlas Lions are my tip for AFCON 2025.
Who will I tip to win the tournament? Wow. This is an easy one for me. I'm going in straight for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. It's going to be a host and win. I expect nothing less than that. The whole nation will be behind them, and on the back of that extraordinary World Cup campaign that they had in Qatar, they'll be filled with so much confidence, and I believe Morocco should do this one. Morocco, please don't disappoint me, because I know you're going to create an extraordinary atmosphere at the tournament with the home support and all that. So I'm backing Morocco to do this. Yeah.
We love the game football because of the surprise package that it comes with. The underdog stories and the upsets. Things happen against the odds sometimes. That makes football unpredictable. And one of the very good things about it and why we love it so much. So the AFCON is coming. And then on paper, some people look better than others, and so people have predictions and all. So conversations about dark horses. I'd pick Mali as one of my expected dark horse stories. There's Mali, there's Cape Verde, and even DR Congo. You see, Mali has a very fair tactical structure, if you ask me. Really solid midfield. It's a fairly physical team. And then I'd expect, some surprise from them. They might not be traditional favorites. People in dark horse are not traditional favorites, of course, but Mali should be able to pull some surprises, beat some of the big boys, maybe even get like a semi-final finish. Mali should be able to do that for us. Also, Cape Verde, sound defensively, lovely on the transitions. I think it's a growing football country, and I expect them to, do something for us to. Start looking at Cape Verde maybe next time as favorites to do good in this one. Also, maybe DR Congo. Yes, I see these three teams as among the dark horses for the tournament.
Dark horse. Every AFCON has one team nobody saw coming, except me, because I do my homework. And my dark horse for this year, my pick is Mali. They've got power, they've got youth, they've got a midfield general in Mohamed Kamara, a baller with attitude. If they find chemistry early, forget it. They are ripping the scripts apart. My backup, dark horse, my people, South Africa. If they defend like they usually do, and because of the chemistry they have, because most of their players are from the PSL, and under Rowan Williams' leadership, they can stand any giant on their day. You just have to look at the World Cup qualifying table to see that they conquer the giant.
Who will be the tournament's dark horse? You know, I'm a betting guy, and as such, I love underdogs. So I think for this question, I'll get it right. if I don't get any other question right, I believe my pick for this question would really prove a point. So my dark horses are Benin and DR Congo. Benin had an excellent World Cup qualifying campaign, but unfortunately they missed out on qualification. And I think they even had the same points as Nigeria. Yeah, so they are a really, really strong side, and they will cause a lot of surprises in this tournament. Same as DR Congo, they are my second pick for the dark horses. They are on the verge of qualifying for the World Cup, and they've got one of the best squads in this tournament, with the leadership of Mbemba and players like Wan-Bissaka and Sadiki of Sunderland. They have an excellent squad, so they will cause a lot of problems for many teams, and on their day they can beat any team on the continent. I believe that.
Now, the talk about underachievers. So, the first country to come to mind about underachievers, I'm finding is amongst the teams that I think can go as far and possibly win it. Nigeria, anything outside the final should be an underachiever. Looking at the quality they have up front, amazing talent they have. It's funny, they haven't had much joy, in recent months, maybe with the qualifiers and all. You see, so I fear if things are not fixed as soon as possible, then Nigeria becomes another underachieving story. We didn't want that. We'll banter them if it becomes, Ghana, Nigeria, that brothers or cousins. But yeah, we'll be there for them. They do what we're happy, the South African things, There's also Algeria. Algeria, I think, lacks some cohesion amongst the team. It looks like there's some reliance on Asian players. There's no new name that brings so much in my mind when I think of Algeria. So unfortunately, I'm not hoping that they fail, but I fear they might be one of our underachieving story. Because look at Algeria, and not many people are picking them to be favorites for this tournament. So, yeah, Algeria. Yeah. But we'll see. We don't know what happens. Does it happen? We'll be there to see. So.
Somebody big always falls flat at AFCON. It's tradition. So this year's biggest underachievers, my pick is Egypt. Yes, they have Mo Salah. Yes, they are the 7-time kings. But expectations are always skyscraper high. A quarterfinal exit, the Rock would call it failure for the Pharaohs of Egypt. And honestly, the group isn't easy. South Africa and Angola can bloody noses.
Who will be the biggest underachievers? Biggest underachievers? Omonaja, this one dear, wanna forgive me, Charlie. Biggest underachievers? I'm going in for Nigeria. For some strange reasons, Nigeria has one of the best squads on the continent, but for some strange reasons, sometimes they find it very difficult to click. Like I don't really know what's the problem, but when it comes to Nigeria, it looks like they have the players, but they can't really put something together. They can't really play as a team. So I feel Nigeria is going to be eliminated very early, maybe at the round of 16 or even possibly the group stages. But that's what I really believe, and it's going to shock everyone. But that's a pick for the biggest underachievers, yeah.
Now, players to watch, to focus on this AFCON. I expect Victor Osimhen to be doing something. Like I said, Nigeria is out of the World Cup, and then they need to prove that was a fluke. We can't say that Nigeria was because they didn't deserve to be there, but I expect their players to prove something. They have a very wonderful mix of players who represent extensively in Europe also. So that experience should be there for them to bring for. So with Osimhen, yes, I expect Mohamed Salah. I mean, he's having a turbulent season, but that's just a phase. I expect him to show up in this tournament, especially because he hasn't won it yet. Egypt may be the most successful team in the AFCON, but Mo Salah is yet to lift it. He came close, but was beaten by Senegal not too long ago. I mean, his own friend Sadio Mane, who I also expect would give some show. And those players might be close to the end of their careers, but I expect them to do something memorable in this AFCON. Right, Brian Mbeumo from Manchester United is having, I mean, a fairly good season. Wonderful player, if you ask me, and I expect him to do something good for Cameroon and push them as far as possible. Cameroon too has a fairly interesting setup, I mean, group of players, and I expect him to get the help he needs to push them as far as possible. I'd also watch out for Simon Adengra for Ivory Coast. I think this AFCON just could be his to write his name up there.
Players to watch. Oh yes, let's spotlight the names you should look out for. Names you should be intrigued to see at AFCON. For Morocco, Brahim Diaz, a magician with the ball, tight spaces, no problem. The crowd is going to adore him. Expect goals and highlight reel assists from Brahim Diaz. For South Africa, like I said earlier, Rowan Williams, penalty saving monster, leadership, calmness, and when he's in superhero mode, he wins games single-handedly. For Mali, Mo Kamara, the engine of the team. Aggressive, smart. If Mali go far, this man is the reason. Egypt, Mo Salah. I know he has his own issues now, but he's a superstar. The legend in the making, the Egyptian king. If he catches fire, he can drag Egypt through walls, and they will need him to catch fire.
Okay, so which players should we watch out for? I actually like giving such predictions, you know. And for this one, I'm going in for Dango Ouattara from Burkina Faso, okay? Then he plays for Brentford too, you know. He's an excellent player, you know. He's got the pace, the trickery. I mean, he's got everything, you know. And he's going to be one of the players to watch out for in this tournament. I'd also be going in for Saibari of Morocco, who plays for PSV. And then we should also watch out for Sadiki, who plays for Sunderland. What a player. So yeah, these are my picks for players we should watch out for. I know everyone is going to talk about Mohamed Salah, the Manes, the Mbeumo, and other players like that, but these are my guys. I'm going for Dango, I'm going in for Saibari of Morocco, and then I'm going in for Sadiki. Yeah.
If we should talk about maybe golden boots, I mean, Victor Osimhen on paper, I mean, should have a very good tournament. I mean, there's so much to prove. I haven't missed out on the World Cup and all. There's Alea, there's Sadio Mane, and also Mo Salah. I mean, he's having a turbulent season now, but the AFCON should give him that break that he wants, and then gets some better appreciation from his country. Yeah. So
for top scorer, I think Mo Salah has a point to prove. And this might be his last AFCON, and on what he has done so far, he's a big legend on the African continent. But let me make a bold take. I'm going to take Brahim Diaz. The logic, Morocco will attack, Morocco will advance deep, and Brahim will be right in the middle of everything Morocco does. Morocco's creativity, that's a recipe for goals and more goals.
Who will take the golden boot? You know, for this one, I'm going to cause a lot of surprises. I'm not going to mention the popular names. For me, I like the underdog story. I like the people who no one saw or who no one thought they could actually come up. I like these kind of stories. So I'm going to go in for, because I think Morocco is going to have an excellent tournament, I'm going to go in for their striker. I'm going in for Hamza Igamani, who plays for Lille. What a striker. If you check the records, he's been having an excellent season with Lille and then even with Morocco. So I'm going in for Hamza Igamadi. You can mark this down. If it happens, we'll see.
Ask people about the greatest players who play for the AFCON, and you should see Samuel Eto'o represent. I mean, although depends on the era which you watched AFCON, but most people in this generation, I mean, the last few generations will agree that Samuel Eto'o did a very good showing in the AFCON this time. You know, having won it 2 times in 2000, 2002, and 2000. Having been best player 2006, 2008. I mean, he has the most goals in the AFCON, I think, with about 18 goals. That's a very good case to be the best player, maybe, of the AFCON, I mean, over the time.
Greatest AFCON player of all time. This one is easy for me. The greatest AFCON player ever, Samuel Eto'o. A killer, a lion, a serial winner. Multiple AFCON titles, goals on goals, when the lights are brightest, he showed up. He took charge, he made history. There will be legends, but there will never be another Samuel Eto'o.
Greatest AFCON player of all time. Wow. I think the footballing world should forgive me for this one, but I mean, I also think that I don't need to apologize because I'm going to be a little bit selfish here. You see, I'm going in for Yusuf Hadji of Morocco. Yusuf Hadji. Those who know their football world know this player. You know, he gave me so many memories growing up as a kid. Like when I watched him in the AFCONs, I think when he participated, Morocco got to the final with Tunisia, but they lost. But hey, anytime Hadji stepped on the pitch and he scored, that celebration, as a kid growing up, you know, I always just wanted to score like when playing in school, just to celebrate like Hadji. Like he was a pure inspiration to me. So that's why I said I'm going to be selfish with this one. My greatest AFCON player is Yusuf Hadji. You can check him out.
Interesting views by our pundits. We'll see what really happens when the tournament kicks off. Now let's wrap up the show with word on the streets and listen to what some fans have to say. Check this out.
What? How be? I'm fine. Okay. Let me come. Okay. You know, say the AFCON they start this Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? If you watch, I hope you win that.
Like the strong team in Senegal or Morocco.
Senegal or Morocco. Wow. Like today, everybody meet they talk Nigeria. Are you very talk Senegal?
Nigeria, they get players, but they don't get team. Yeah.
Yes, if you watch out, who will win the Golden Boot?
Semen go fit pull up. Money today.
My final question.
Yeah.
Ghana know the good AFCON.
Yeah.
Are you sad?
Nah. Chill. Just have to say, go. The broke ass they give me for the last
They know for you, yeah.
Yeah. So you chill. Just have to go. As you don't go break for the ass class before rain since you go do.
Thank you, Fa.
Yeah.
What about to be there? Okay, your friend is Zigla. Number 2 is okay. Today, he said, AFCON, the rest of the Sunday. I want to share one of the jam.
Ghana need to buy record for Morocco.
Look for Morocco. Yeah. That's a nice pick. And I want to share so one of the Golden Boot, top scorer.
This is a tournament.
The final question. Ghana, young people, round 1.
Every Ghana we are because AFCON said the whole Africa tournament in Ghana. As a Ghanaian there. I just still wake up.
Yeah. I like that. Thank you very much, boss. All right, nice day. But your friend is Zigla, but you're not here, brother. You know, in AFCON, Sunday. So that's 1 or 2 questions. We should AFCON now. One a bit.
AFCON, we should be at that.
Nigeria with team.
Nigeria. Oh, okay. And then there will be a mission in also Nigeria.
Nigeria, I said, which is so much me. Yeah. Ghana for there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Usha, one of the big golden booty. One of the big golden booty. One of the top scorer. I want to. It's only players in India.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this time around, the Ghana into one qualifying for into round one.
First, I need Ghana football.
Yeah.
But on the performance in Tiama, say me fa. It's a ball crying interest.
Yeah. See, your boy, I'm in Paris. Last you have a cost to find me. See, me that's the power.
Charlie, I'll be happy.
I didn't pull your steez, I didn't pull your steez. It is so. Charlie, the comments in class. What be your name? Okay, so. You know, say the AFCON they start this Sunday, right? You have any idea? You know the love football.
I love football.
But AFCON is starting this Sunday. And who do you think is going to win? Yeah, you're Nigerian, right? You don't believe your team is going to win.
I'm even repping your jersey, so I think you should have faith in yourself.
Yeah, check it out.
You're a Chelsea fan too. Oh, okay. What a combination. I'm not so happy about the combination, but we'll take it like that. So, is Nigeria going to win that one?
Let's go.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates on the AFCON and many more. I'm out.